I think we can all agree that laws are generally okay. I mean, could you imagine where society would be if there wasn't a piece of paper telling us not to stab each other? Disgusting. But there are a lot of laws in the world that one could charitably call fing stupid, especially when it comes to US laws, like the one that says that donkeys can't sleep in bathtubs. The problem is that a lot of the stupider ones are only at the state level, which sucks because I don't live in Arizona and there's a donkey that's been sleeping in my bathtub for a few months and won't pay rent. But there are still some stupid laws at the federal level too. For example, there's a law that says that vendors can't sell pork that has a pronounced sexual odor. Ah, I do love the smell of a slaughterhouse in the morning. Wait a minute. God damn it. Who's been porking the pork again? Jeremy? What did I say about staying away from the pigs? The actual reason for the smell is what's known as boar taint, where 1 in 5 male pigs are extreme masochists and ejaculate upon beef in it. And trust me, this isn't your average human sticky icky. This is the kind of sperm that only the fattest, ugliest bastard from those comics you hide from your parents is capable of. And it gives the pork an off flavor that the typical US palate isn't accustomed to. This next one mostly deals with disruptive behaviors in Capitol buildings, but an offender can apparently be punished by up to 6 months in prison for disturbing people with offensive personal hygiene. I'm going to assume that someone was arrested in the Library of Congress and was found guilty, which is where we get the 6 months, because the law doesn't say anything about hygiene or the proper punishment. But could you seriously imagine going to jail for half a year just because you didn't take a bath? I crashed a bus full of drugs I was planning to sell to terrorists into an orphanage for particularly cute children. What are you in for? I was stinky in a library. And now for what has to be the most vague and yet specific law to exist. It states obstructing a trail or making an unreasonable noise or gesture, considering the nature and purpose of the actor's conduct, and other factors that would govern the conduct of a reasonably prudent person, while horses or pack animals are passing. Essentially, you can't be mean to horses in a national park, no matter how much you may want to, and trust me, I want to. What gets me about this are the caveats. This only applies to national parks, so you're free to flip off any city and ranch horses. This only applies to horses and similar pack animals like donkeys or camels, I suppose. But every other animal is fair game. So you could flip off people, dogs, wild raccoons. Although I'd still be cautious of that last one. Look at this guy. Would you with him? I wouldn't. He just exudes raw power and sex appeal. And finally, this only applies to passing pack animals. So if you see a donkey sitting down having lunch, you can sit right next to them and eat a burrito. Burrito being Spanish for little donkey, and therefore very rude in donkey culture. The last laws I want to talk about concern the government's regulations on ketchup. For instance, the government sets limits on how thin ketchup can be. If the sauce flows down a trough for 30 seconds and the resulting puddle is larger than 14 centimeters, then it must be labeled as substandard. The government also regulates how to spell ketchup, with 3 accepted variants. Ketchup, catsup, and catchup. You know, the one that's literally just a normal phrase. This means you can sell substandard ketchup if you label it ketchup with a K. Maybe, probably not. Don't take any of this as legal advice. So, I think I've proven that these laws are silly, and people who have committed these alleged crimes should be acquitted, Your Honor. Yeah, the fact these crimes are silly doesn't change the fact that you committed them, filmed yourself doing so, and uploaded them to the internet for clout, as you so put it. Bailiff, roll the tape. What's up, fam? It's your boy XX Greenface42069 coming at you with another epic video. And today we're doing the selling Boar Tainted meat with watery ketchup while flipping off a passing horse in the Library of Congress challenge. Brought to you by RateVPN. Hey, I never said I had bad hygiene. You don't have to, I can smell you from here. Also, that particular law is just about disruptive behavior in the library, bad hygiene or not. Your Honor, I would like to plead the social experiment clause. That's not a thing. Anyway, jury, what's your verdict?
Guilty.
Alright then, the sentence is death. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, this seems fair.